That's live.
We are live. Like Bill O'Reilly would say, we are live. F it, we'll do it live.
Really smooth start to a podcast. Are we live? Is this
probably
real?
The greatest? Yeah. Is this real life?
Welcome to the Hold My Beard Marketing Podcast, the only podcast that has marketing and beards. I'm, of course, Jake the Wizard, here with Mitch Barham. Good morning, Mitch.
Morning.
I didn't mean to say that in like a 19th century Southern lawyer voice, but it came out that way.
I like it. It would have been better. Yeah, if you could like throw in a yeah. What do you say? You know,
you'll
like
never
twirl your
get
mustache.
the secret recipe of the 13 spices and herbs.
I love it.
If you've never been here before, we're going to talk about marketing tips, tricks, news, whatever really comes to our mind. We both run some agencies and we kind of keep our finger on the pulse from time to time. Also, at the end of the episode, we're going to be doing 7 Minutes in Heaven, which is a segment where we break down a website lovingly in hopes that it gets better, though.
Hopefully.
Yeah, you did great. Do better.
Yeah, try harder.
It's kind of like we're your parents and you're 13 and trying to play football, but you would prefer to be in, wood shop.
Wood shop was fun. I did cut my thumb in wood shop.
Did you now?
Yeah.
But
I didn't freak out.
Lose a finger in my ear.
Dang, a whole finger?
Whole finger. Totally his fault. Like straight up ignored all the security protocols and whoop, finger.
Just, hey, I don't like this finger today. I want to get rid of it. I have
9
others.
What? It's at least a talking piece.
It's true. Dude, talk about an icebreaker.
Well, you can't break ice with it. That's the problem. All right, let's All right, let's get into the news here. Just a slew of garbage today. Google Gemini 2.0 is now coming to search and AI overviews, whatever the hell that means.
Yay.
Let's just, what makes AI better? AI. Let's just jam more AI in there.
Dude, if we could get AI running AI that's also running AI, like that'd be great.
Oh,
I would love it.
No. That's already happening. That's already happening. I work with a company. They built an AI called Mother that manages 12 other customized LLM systems that are her children.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
It's already happening.
Wow.
So, but what does this mean for search? Who knows? But it's going to be fun.
Has Gemini got any better? Because it was kind of trash.
I've been playing with it because I'm a Google Workspace member. I've not been impressed, especially now that we have O1.
Right.
Like ChatGPT O1 is mind-breakingly good. This is fun, cool marketing stuff. Kleenex created a breakup calculator that helps you buy stuff on Amazon.
Oh, gosh.
So here, we'll just go to it. Here's KleenexBreakup.com. How many Kleenex boxes will you need based off of the breakup? And then you can order that from Amazon.
I love
this is just fun marketing. This is fun. Is it going to sell more Kleenex? Probably not, but...
No, but it's like gamifying relationship breakup. I love it.
Did you see the logo at the top? Kleenex.
Oh my god, that's brilliant. I love that.
This is what you got to be doing, y'all. We're going to talk about brand a bit more later because I have some very strong opinions about it right now. Do not take your brand too seriously, unless that is the purpose of your brand, right? Like Dolce & Gabbana, Rolex, Lamborghini. That's your brand. Serious, okay? Everyone else, chill.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, you know how I feel about that. I feel like too many people take their brands way too seriously at a level that you shouldn't be taking your brand that seriously.
And what I would argue is idiotic. Google Search Console now adds a 24-hour view so you can see your hour-by-hour breakdowns.
Oh, thank God. I really need to know what's happening hour by hour throughout the day.
Absolutely.
To optimize my SEO, because it actually works that fast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like putting a jet turbine on a toothbrush. What the hell? Doesn't even need it.
That would be cool, though.
You'd have to hold on tight. OpenAI has officially launched Sora, their video generation platform. It is available. I've been seeing a lot about it the last couple days. It is exactly what you expect it to be. Sometimes great, sometimes absolutely terrifying in every way.
It's like that meme that you see with the Russian guy on TikTok sometimes, or the sound, where it's like sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yes, exactly. Now, what's nice about it is that they thought about this clearly in their workflow. There is like this part of my video is dumb, I need to fix that option. So there is some tooling around that, but just know, watch your ads. You're going to be getting a lot of weird, zoom in, fly around the background, banana stand turns into a taxi midway through stuff in your ads, like very soon.
I'm here for it.
Marketing news, not that this impacts your day-to-day life, but you should know about it. Omnicom, the second largest marketing firm on the planet, just bought IPG, the fifth largest marketing firm on the planet. The initial estimates is that their annual gross revenue will be somewhere in the neighborhood of $20 billion.
Oh, that's it?
That is it.
That's not much.
And this comes right on the heels of IPG purchasing a AI marketing data analysis company like 2 weeks ago. So I don't know if Omnicom wanted that company or what's going on, but be ready to wake up to an ad that's like, need to brush your teeth this morning. Like, they're gonna get creepy with it, I'm sure.
Need to brush your teeth? Strap this rocket to it. A little callback to earlier.
There you go. Smashburger rebrand. Kind of bringing, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Smashburger needed a rebrand, but I can see how in the current burger marketplace, how their originally unique positioning has been crowded by like Freddy's, and some other similar designs to what they had before. So interesting. I like that the S is a smashing a burger.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. Google core update finished this last week. Volatility is continuing. Just be aware of that. It's going to be somewhat unstable probably for the next 6 weeks, typically after an update finishes. So if you're seeing ups and downs on a day-to-day basis, do not fret. It will stabilize.
But good news, you can now watch the volatility hour by hour.
Literally the dumbest thing ever. I can think of 12 other features I want Google Search Console to have. I don't even have the story pulled up here, but they just removed Search Console from pulling in data from Search Analytics or from Analytics. So like they used to bring it in and use some of that data in like a presentation overview. Doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah, I would much rather have 24-hour view than that, for sure.
For sure. Yeah. I'd also like to have a limp. In other SEO news, Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, has said search is going to profoundly change in 2025. What that foreshadowing means, I don't know. Mitch, your Russian meme?
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah, who knows? So just be aware that's coming down the pipeline. I would expect a busy year of tiny algorithm updates is my guess. But who knows?
Why not?
Fun story here. A sweater was grown in a petri dish and then knitted by a robot. Welcome to the future.
What?
Yes. They have figured out how to basically grow. It's a mix of cashmere, wool, and silk. And then they use a 3D knitting machine to put it together.
Interesting. Growing cloth.
Now, what this means, I want you to pay attention to this. Price between $245 and $595. This is DVD players, y'all. Okay? This price is going to stay up here as a luxury purchase for those who want to purchase this unique and sustainable product, but it's going to drop dramatically in the coming 2-3 years. And then I would bet you a lot of your clothes will be made this way.
That's wild.
So keep that in your brain for the future and chew on that. TikTok ban. Need to talk about it. TikTok officially the ban went through. It upheld in the Washington appeals court, which is the second highest court in the nation. The only court that they can go to now is the Supreme Court. So TikTok, which was scheduled to be shut down on the 19th of January, which if you don't live in the US is one day before the new president takes over. Auspicious timing there.
Suspect.
Yeah, a little bit. That they have filed an emergency stop motion and they're trying to get it pushed to the Supreme Court. Mitch, you and I have already talked about this. We foresee a Supreme Court battle on this, and most likely an overturning. I don't see a legitimate path to ban TikTok on any grounds other than we don't like it.
While I understand their what's the word I'm looking for? The, I guess, story they're peddling of China and, being owned, or ByteDance being owned by China, blah, blah, blah. I get it. Like, you don't necessarily want that. But let's be honest. Every app that we have on our phone, every social media app, like Facebook, can still sit here to this day and try to say that they're not listening to you. Bullcrap. I went and looked at an item on Amazon, told my wife about it, and then I kid you not, 10 minutes later, I had ads for that exact product in my feed. I never went to any site that actually was showing it. I didn't search anything. Only talked about it was only ever on Amazon. And Amazon and Facebook don't have that kind of relationship where you can do that kind of remarketing on Facebook from an Amazon page. So Facebook is just as intrusive as TikTok. The difference is it's not all American owned. Now, what people seem to forget to think is going to be banned is, let's just talk about, look, politics are corrupt. Big money is invested in TikTok within the United States. Own the majority of ByteDance in the United States, or TikTok US. So do we really think it's going to get banned? Not only that, but the court it just went through is notoriously left-leaning. They historically are always on the left. So they were going to follow through with the agenda. Now you get to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court is stacked to the right. So I have a feeling, just because of that, it'll probably be a split vote, 5-4, but it's not going to go through because it really does kind of infringe upon our freedom of speech, all that. But meanwhile, we can say whatever we want on TikTok, but Facebook, Zuckerberg literally came out and said, yeah, we censored stuff because the FBI came to us and the government came to us. The Twitter files, all that censorship happened. And because one app doesn't bow to the king and bend a knee, we got to get rid of it. Sorry, tinfoil hat, kind of conspiracy theory. I get really into this stuff, but there's alternative motives beyond China owning it. You know what I mean? Who cares? Do we all forget how much data Facebook has sold on us? Cambridge Analytica, everything. Come on.
Yeah, I think if you're genuinely concerned and you don't think TikTok has a leg to stand on, go and watch the interview with the CEO that the Senate did with him. What was that? Maybe 18 months ago at this point. And just look at all the safeguards that they've put in place. All U.S. TikTok data is stored in the U.S., run by a U.S. company, with U.S. individuals. There's no data that is connected to China for storage. I just don't think that they're going to push this through. So don't worry, but the world doesn't care what you think.
True.
It'll be what it'll be. Also going on, we've talked about this a few times, WordPress.org versus WP Engine, the hosting company. The injunction was filed and the court has ruled that WordPress.org or Automatic or Matt Mullenweg, whoever you want to blame on that side of the house for all of this shenanigan, does not have the right to block WP Engine and, more interestingly, WP Engine's ACF plugin, which followed all of the correct protocols, which WordPress incorrectly used their own agreement and contract to circumvent and overtake, you'll be seeing a return of the ACF plugin to your listing, whatever, to your site. So at least something positive is going on right now. I agree with this ruling. I think it's baloney shenanigans of what they've been doing. I think that also Matt's just shot himself in the foot. He overstepped by like 10 miles.
Oh, tremendously
Overstepped and broke his own agreement. Like, that's, to me, that's the big thing. Is it's like they put this agreement in place for how plugins get managed. They manipulated it unfairly to hurt WP Engine, and the court's like, yeah, no, you can't do that. It's your own bylaws. Like, So this is just going to go down in flames, I think, over the next 6 to 12 months, with Matt ending up with all the egg on his face from this. He's just really screwed this up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the news for the week. I did have something else that I thought was really interesting to talk about here, which is brand. We brought up brand earlier. And how important I think brand is going to be over the next 2 years. Not that brand was unimportant before, but we definitely went through a period of marketing where brand was not a focal point of value add for companies. Do you agree?
100%.
With Rand Fishkin's newest piece of data that he's done on how organic search is working, and 42% of all searches are in fact branded searches, and just the sheer amount of noise. And now that Sora is out, you're going to get even more noise in social. I think building that brand as the cornerstone of why people engage with you is gonna double and triple down. And what I wanted to say about this, all this to say, I think marketers need to start looking at the concept of creating culture. There is so much culture being output so rapidly between movies, TV shows, social media, pushing things that are unique, or meme culture. It's easier than ever to influence culture.
Yeah.
And I think that we need to start looking at, and I'm going to use a terrible example to outline this. Last week in the US, the United Healthcare CEO was assassinated.
Yeah. Crazy.
And the general populace response to that was yay. Okay. Now this is where it gets interesting. Not only was it yay, they started calling him the Adjuster.
Oh, jeez.
They gave him a superhero, villain, whatever nickname. And that is permeating through culture right now. Now, am I saying that your brand needs to go assassinate somebody to get popular and influence culture? No, but that just came organically from this one instance and moment, and now we have this culture piece of the Adjuster. I mean, part of me is expecting some copycat stuff to pop up pretty quickly. Sure. But that's the level that brand can get to. That's the level of influence brand can have on culture and influence. And so I think if brands started thinking about their brand not as their company, but more as the face of their way to influence culture, we could see some really, really good marketing over the next 2 to 5 years.
Yeah. No, I like the way you're putting and explaining brand. Businesses need to see the difference between their logo and their colors, and how what you're talking about, they can influence culture, they can form a community and culture around them and partake in the world, versus it has to be the right color. that's not your brand. That's branding and your style, but like ads and social and everything you do doesn't have to be so tightly wound that you are basically irrelevant. Like you're not a part of any conversations. Ryan Reynolds is genius at this stuff. A lot of other brands, I mean, are genius. They hop on trends. Like I'll bring up the Nutter Butter, or not Nutter Butter, but the United Healthcare. Kind of circle back to that. I saw a video on TikTok yesterday, and I don't know if the Burger King tweet was real or not, but it was like the beginning of the video was the I don't know if you saw it. I have a feeling you do based on your laughing, or you did, but it was the press conference talking about it, and then how like it ended at how the real hero is the person who called from McDonald's, saw him at McDonald's, and then it cuts to a picture of a tweet from Burger King saying, "We don't snitch." Again, I don't know if it was legit, but it was like, if that's legit, I mean, like, distasteful or not, like they took advantage of it, and they even up leveled Wendy's. Like Wendy's is like the epitome of trolling on Twitter, right, or X,
Right.
whatever it is. But it's just kind of that thing where like, even if somebody made that video, like that's going to circulate everywhere. And I immediately showed it to everybody in the office. I was like, oh my God, you guys got to see this. I'm not glorifying the murder or anything. And I actually know CEOs of healthcare companies right now are going underground. Like they're hiding. They have massive amounts of bodyguards and stuff. But just that like cult, like the being a part of the conversation that's happening right now.
Right.
Good for like it. So Burger King's like, hey, fuck it. We don't snitch.
And I guarantee you that whether that was Burger King or not, they will see some sort of bump in sales.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, so we just have to like reframe the power of our brand from being this like, well, they can find us or they know, to we're actually culture creators. I mean, think about Coca-Cola and how they have owned Christmas marketing for basically a century at this point. And the Coca-Cola red with the Santa Claus red and how all of that comes together. Like there is culture that was made from that. The stupid polar bears are part of culture now because of Coca-Cola.
And has nothing to do with soda.
I'll throw another one out there. This is super old. I don't know if anyone else will remember this, but back in, I'm going to go late 90s, Chex Mix created a Doom clone called Chex Quest. And they put a free CD-ROM in their cereal boxes for children to play Doom in a very Chex-friendly way.
I remember that. Yeah.
I still think about that today. Like, what brilliant marketing idiot in that office was... and maybe it was just the marketing guy got caught playing Doom on his computer. He's like, no, I'm researching.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that like back then that was so out of the box. And that would still be out of the box now if somebody was to do that.
Well, it was actually in the box because then people would have just taken...
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
But we can be culture creators as marketers. And I think that if we start to look at the way that the brand can create culture, can influence culture, and start applying that methodology, even if it's in a small way, right? I think there's a lot of marketing value to be had, and smart marketers are going to see what's going on and utilize this entire system that we've built as a world, as a society called culture, to, make more money. Let's be honest.
But also in business for fun. I mean, you're in business to be in
the minds and memories of people forever. And I think there's a tie back here to nostalgia, which we've talked about in the past, where it's like, if we can leverage nostalgia, which is culture, there's strength there. That's an extension of this conversation.
Love it. I co-sign everything Jake has said.
And we put a jet rocket on it.
Done.
Yeah.
Yes. Add jets to anything, winning.
Seriously. All right, it's that time for us to lovingly discuss a wonderful website that we like to call 7 Minutes in Heaven.
7 Minutes in Heaven with Mitch and Jake.
We really don't even need the recording, like, of the audio. It's just every time. It's you.
Every time. Yeah, just
Every
do
time.
it live. Bill O'Reilly style. Do it live.
All right, today we got a local service company. Let's not wait any longer and dive right in. Here it is, mortonman.com. Go.
Very colorful.
I like that though. There's another plumbing company, not that I'm promoting them, called Lifeline Plumbing, and they do a fantastic job with their branding. It's very, very colorful as well. It stands out. But I love the full wrap van. Like y'all, I'm a sucker for a wrapped car for branding. I don't know why, but it's something, I just love it. It's so easy too. Like if you drive around for any reason. Morton Man, yes, we can.
Yeah, I mean, I like the obviously
Can
the top.
what?
They just can.
They
you
can.
ask them, and yes, they can. They can.
Morton Man since 1950. Since doing what?
Well, if your eyes are strong enough to read the yellow, it said something, but it scrolls so fast I couldn't read it.
Yep. I mean, obviously we can tell from the van, heating, cooling, plumbing, and router.
The company that heats and cools President Truman's home. Kind of a flex.
That's a cool flex. I do like that. Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah.
But
buttons are nice size. I like that.
Some kind of HVAC company here. We definitely need to say that though up here, like very clearly, y'all.
Right.
People will leave if they don't see the word. It's why medicine writes on the box what the heck it treats. Okay, you walk in, you got an upset stomach. It's Pepto-Bismol. It says it on the box. You know, along with a couple other things.
I've been using Advil for that.
That's best of luck to you. Serving Eastern Jackson County since 1950, headquartered in Independence, Missouri. We have a focus on Eastern Jackson County from the beginning. There you go.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I like the coloring and the layout and the graphics of this. It's not it definitely does not have that usual typical HVAC website feel where it's just boring and like here's some words and yay. 68 years of service, great. Okay, you got a nice little coupon there.
It's not a coupon, actually. It's actually not a coupon. I thought that at the first too. It's just telling people our service call fee is $25.
Okay.
So a touch confusing, but I like where your head's at. It does look like a coupon. Air conditioning, heating, and plumbing. We run a 24-hour service. That needs to be up the top. Now, I do see 24/7 emergency service available in the top bar. So maybe not, but doesn't hurt to hit people home with that. We offer financing. Always good. If you offer financing of any kind, you've got to have that in the homepage. I'd actually like to see this higher. Because 24-hour emergency service and we offer financing, I can get going. I can get my problem fixed. Yeah. To me, that's a 1-2 punch. Impressive words from our customers. Some reviews, contact form. Keep it simple, stupid. I like it. Yep. One note I've worked with a bunch of service businesses. This would be really easy to add because you got all this blank space to the right of how should we contact you. Consider adding a drop down of like the 12 most common services. When the form aligns with my needs, I'm more likely to fill out the form. And so by allowing them to pick from the drop down list the service that they're most likely to need, that creates resonance with my problem and that you can fix it. Again, it's why it says upset stomach on the box for Pepto-Bismol. Like it's reassurance that I already can do what you need me to do. Just a little gimmick with the forms there. And then the foot.
You like a good footer.
Do you like me a good footer? Let's look at the plumbing page. Immediate problem. Lot of wasted space here.
Yeah, I would say get rid of that plumbing and the breadcrumbs and that whole image up there. You don't need it.
You don't need it. I'm looking for, like I said before, resonance with the problem that I have. This block right here needs to be at the very top.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need to see my problem. You need to talk about my problems so that I know that we're all on the same page. If I don't see my problem, I'm less likely to engage with you. And this right here doesn't tell me that you know my problem.
No, it just says, hey, give us your info.
Absolutely. Now, I wanted to hover over their header here. Adding more detailed service pages to your site is always better. Okay, so drain cleaning, router service, hot water heater repair, sewer replacement. Are there any other things you do in the plumbing sphere that you could write a page about?
Mm-hmm.
If you can list those out in your header, more resonance to my problem, more likely that I'm going to engage with you. Boom. There it is. There's your list. Mm-hmm. This all needs to be in this top level menu here. There's no reason. Go to ChatGPT, write me a page about kitchen plumbing. Bing, bang, boom, you're done.
Blammo.
Blammo. Put a jet engine on it. How often does my sewer need to be replaced? This is a fantastic blog as well. I would definitely write more about this, especially if that's a common issue in the area that you serve. Just some marketing speak here. Always good to have. Schedule an appointment. Couple different ways to schedule. Contact or phone. Interested. I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Not too shabby. That is our 7 minutes with Morton Man Services.
Yes, we can.
Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder.
Can we fix it? Yes, we can. And that is how you can use culture, Morton Man, in your social media.
There you go. Hey, back to branding.
Shitter's clogged.
Can we
fix it?
Holding a snake. Just, yes, we can.
It's just Bob,
plunger.
but he's like brown up to his elbows.
Yes, please do it, Morton. Please do it. I don't know you, but please do it.
I can't remember if his tools are like alive, but like having them one just have like a horrified face on it.
And a live plunger, and as it's going towards the toilet, it's just screaming. Bubbles coming out of the toilet.
Bubbles coming out, exactly.
Oh, God, we're twisted.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Mitch, thanks for being here. If I wanted to find you in other places that isn't here, where can I do that?
All over the interwebs and as Beardpreneur. And if you are looking for any kind of digital marketing services, paid ads, barhammarketing.com.
Excellent. Excellent. And I'm, of course, Jake, the Wizard of Marketing. You can find me at thewizard.marketing for my agency, or The Wizard Marketing, anywhere you like to follow stuff. Please do follow this podcast. We're available on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you really like it. We'll be there. We're not quite, what is that, MasterCard or Visa? Which one is that? Everywhere you want to be? I think it's MasterCard. But yeah. And then if you want to be featured in the 7 minutes and Heaven segment, go over to our YouTube, drop a comment on one of these videos. We'll grab it. We'll put you in the segment. Happy to do it.
One of these days, everybody's going to be really aggressive with the website reviews. Like, we could do like a good cop, bad cop thing. You could be the good cop, I'll be the bad cop. I'll just say really stupid, mean things. I mean, it's pretty normal, but like I'll actually do it.
I was about to say, that's like what we already do.
Basically.
Yeah. Maybe we need to flip it up. Maybe I need the bad cop.
Oh.
Also, if you want to learn from us, we have a mastermind. We'd love to have you in it. We've got a couple spaces left. You can find that at teachme4m.com. Teach me, the number 4, the letter M.com. You'll see Mitch's mug on that page, and you can click to sign up.
And you'll see Jake, and then you'll see me smelling Jake's hair.
It's true. It's true.
He has
lavender and rosewood hair.
Yes, it is fabulous.
You
know, some people use Folgers in the morning to wake up. I use Jake's scented hair.
And if that wasn't a good stopping spot for this podcast, I don't know what else is. This has been the Hold My Beard Marketing Podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. I love you. Bye.